All right, so the AIFEN A9 Plus, I did a little video of the unboxing. I did go ahead and I had to do some work on a board the other day, so I did put the smaller iron on it. I think I had the, let's see which one it was. I had this one on it before. It's pretty nice. The way this works, it's like a JBC. You can use it to, this piece to remove the irons when they're hot, reinstall them. You just poke them in a little bit, and then you can use either this side or that side and just push them in. Heats up really quickly. Let me get a penny out here. You can see I started playing around with this a little bit. So I took a penny and let me turn on the unit so you can get a sense of how quick it heats up. This is the actual and this is the preset amount. So when I pull this off, it's set to 300. It's already up to heat. Let's see how well this thing works. And you can kind of see here too on the meter as I do this, you can see the draw and whether it's boosted the current up a little bit to heat this stuff. I'm going to bring a light over here a little closer so you can get a sense of how well this works. Grab some solder, tin this thing a little bit, and this is a small tip, so you kind of get a sense here how well this works. Now I am going to set it to 350 for this, but this thing will heat up and melt that solder right on a penny, which I think is a pretty good test. I'm going to hit it to 380. It did it a little faster with the other iron. There you go, you can see it's starting to melt. And we're melted. So, you know, with a small iron like that, and I've got it set at 380 right now, but it does get hot enough that it can, you know, solder right to a penny, which that's a pretty good heat sink. So, you know, to me, that's a pretty good source. I do like that you have your regular, you know, solder ball cleaner here, and you also have a brush cleaner, and that makes it pretty nice as far as your tip cleaners. You got a couple ways to go, and the splash guard here and the splash guard on here keep it from throwing solder everywhere. One of the cool things too, when you put it back in the holder, it instantly, you know, goes down. Now it's settable as to what it goes down to. You can have it go down to reserve. I have mine just turning off. I do have 4 channels. I've got it set up at 300C, 350, 380, 420. You can change it to Fahrenheit. I personally have just left it there. If I have it on 380 and I want to change it, all I have to do is just change it here and hold it. And then it sets the new value in there. So it's very easy to use. If I go back here at 384, take it back to 380, press and hold. Now I've set the new value in there. So very easy to use. One of the things that I really do like about this unit, and I went ahead and ordered even the micro tip, and I have a micro pencil. Let me grab that real quick. Okay, so this station takes the 115, which is this tip right here for micro soldering. Things like, you know, iPhones and SMD mounted components work really well with this one. Now I forgot to grab the tips for this one, so I just reordered the tips. So I've got 3 tips coming for it. I wanted to kind of try it out and see how it would do, but I think this will be really good for micro soldering. And so, like I say, I bought a 115 handle right from AIFEN Sugan. Then this was the 245 handle that came with the unit, and that was originally what I played around with here. And then I've got an extra 245 unit because there's only a couple bucks different to get all three of these. Plus then I have this 210 handle as well. And I did buy the 3 tips for the 210 handle, and I did buy the 3 tips for the 245 handle. Like I say, I've got a 115 tips on the way. So I really like this station. It works very good. Just to show you really quickly, let me take these out. These extra tips out. Let me pull this off. I'm just gonna set this down a little bit to make it easier to manage. I already opened this once, but it's really easy. There's a button there, you push it, you can pull it out. It's real quick and easy. If you want to change, you know, to a different handle, you can do that pretty easily. Let me unplug the unit. I'll kind of crack this open so you can see what it's like on the inside. One of the nice things I saw here is that they do have instructions on how to use the station in Chinese, but also in English here. So it's hard to see right now, but does have all the instructions on, you know, how to use the controls and whatnot on the bottom of the unit, which I thought was kind of nice in case you didn't misplace the documentation or whatever. I thought that was a nice touch. Let me grab a screwdriver and we'll check out the bottom of this unit. Oh, I guess I already had it out. So the screws to open it are hidden on the bottom. They say I opened this up real quick earlier just to check it out. So basically just pop these off. Two, three, and 4. And of course, they have a bunch of stickers that claim it voids the warranty if you open it up. You know, I've already cut these stickers, but they have the warranty void if open, so I guess I voided the warranty, oh well. But I thought you might be interested to see how well it's constructed, because I think it's constructed pretty well inside. So let me open it up real quick, and you can kind of get a sense of what it looks like inside. I do really like this unit though. I think it's very high quality build. I think that they did a really great job in the design and layout and everything with it. So let's pull this case apart real quick. I'll show you what it looks like inside. Okay. So inside, the power supply is mounted on the bottom of the case. Let me undo this. Undo this so you can kind of get a sense on the power board and what's there. So get some more light on this so you can kind of see it better. But so here's the inside of the power board. Let me pull it off there real quick so you can kind of see. It looks like a good quality build design. There's 4 screws holding it in. The AC, that's a 5-volt ground and 24-volt out, and the AC in up at the kind of in the center. All right, so you know, SMD components. If you look here, and I had this out once, but I did notice there were fingerprints on the board, even though I hadn't put them there. But if you look here, here's your mains in. You have like a MOV and standard kind of stuff on the input that you would expect to see there. Pretty beefy traces on the unit, and there is good separation between the mains in and the rest of the board. But you can see a lot of this is surface mount technology, and I think that they did a really nice board on the design and layout of the board. Looks really nice. I was pretty impressed with it. To see AIFEN A9 Pro version 3. Let's just get a quick close-up of that. Let me see if we can get in a little bit closer so you can kind of see. Let me flip it over and you can kind of see the backside a little bit of the traces and how it's built. And that's kind of it with that. And then we have the inside of the case here, and I'm probably not going to pull this out, but I can shine a light down in there so you can kind of see, you know, the board does look well constructed. All the parts are insulated and built in nicely. Just looks like a well-built, well-designed unit. One of the things I did notice, this will kind of look like an afterthought because there is still a little place there that was there, and that's the back of this. That's the back of this upper assembly, and there is kind of a little hole there, and it looks like it was designed for something else in the past, and they just kind of modified it. But all in all, pretty nice unit. I really like it. I think it works very well, and I would recommend it. So again, in summary, like I say, the unit works very well. I think it's well constructed. I like the design of it. Compared to a JBC, it's a tiny fraction of the price. You know, if this thing holds up for 6 months or a year, I think that I'll have gotten my money out of it. But I have a feeling this thing's gonna last pretty well. And you know, if it doesn't, I've invested $100+ into a soldering station, but I think it's going to hold up pretty well. It's a pretty nice unit. It's got the features that I was looking for. It's got 4 channels for 4 presets of heat. Overall, I'd give it a 10 out of 10. It's a nice unit. On the negative side, one thing I don't like is the way that they've mounted this piece in. There's one piece of rubber that sticks down through the plastic, and that's how this is mounted in there. So it makes it a little difficult when you want to pull this out to clean it. The brush is kind of hard to get out of there to clean. This, not bad. They have it stuffed so full when you get it. They've used a whole solder ball, so I just took it and cut some of it off so I could have a little room to be able to stick the handle in. But like I say, all in all, it's a nice unit. I'm really enjoying using it so far, and I think that I made the right choice. And if you're thinking about an AIFEN A9 Plus, I would recommend this unit. Thanks.